Hi, everyone. This is Natalie Noir and my co host, Dawn Mist. We're from MySoulrenity.com. We are certified life coaches who really feel like it's our passion to search within and express that outward. We're really excited to help others do the same on their journey. Soulrenity Sunday is a broadcast on the last Sunday of every month, which is a complement to our main site. It's a short spiritual forecast founded in my intuition. We will soul seek while hoping for the best, but always preparing for the unexpected during each month. Our goal is to stop, listen, and get in touch with our true, authentic selves while decoding all the messages that are shown to us each and every day. Are you really ready to connect with your soulrenity? I'm always ready. I mean, I always think I'm ready, and then it happens, and then I'm not ready. So, what I came up with for March, you were there, Dawn. It just kind of spilled out of me, didn't
That's
it?
right.
I just kind of
We were just
sat
talking.
and that was it. So my forecast for March of 2019 is that we all know March is when Uranus re-enters Aries this year. That is going to represent stubbornness. We all know what
Uh,
it's like to be stubborn.
I don't know. I have no idea what you're talking about. What are you talking about? No.
Bullshit. You do. You do. She knows.
Okay. She's on to me, guys.
We both know. This is going to require some change next month. March is the month to shake things up. And I always say you cannot change what's going on around you until you start changing what's going on within you. I know it sounds really cheesy, guys, but just listen to that simple message. Don't try to change things outside until you change things inside first. Sounds pretty simple, but it's hard for us to do. With the
Always.
stubbornness that's going to be coming in March, I think we can have a lot of positive that can come from that. You can be really persistent. You can persevere in some goals that you have. But if you are not careful, stubbornness can always come back negatively. You know about that, don't you? I mean,
Hey.
I do. I'm not trying to call you out. I do too. Um,
Oh yeah.
yeah, yeah, we both know. This next month coming up is the place where friends, work opportunities, financial loss, mental distress, all of this could be a negative aspect of the stubbornness that you will be feeling. I'm urging you, don't get caught up in the details of this, okay? Change is inevitable. It always is. Growth is optional. I'm urging you to opt into personal growth and to just accept that change is coming no matter what we do. So the only thing we can do is grow with the change. Yep, go
I'll
with
try.
it. You'll try. I, I look, even Dawn's like, I'm not sure, but I'll try. So, I mean, if she's trying, I'm trying. And if you really can let go of the need that you feel, that it's gonna feel like an anxiety. It's gonna feel like an anxiousness. I mean, we all know what that's like. It's gonna feel like something is coming, but you don't know what. Um, I think only then when you can recognize that anxious feeling and respect it and trace it back to its source, only then are you going to reach that higher clarity in whatever situation you're in, whether it's a work situation, a love situation, a life situation. You need to step back. Don't let the anxiety and the anxious feelings get the best of you. Sit, think, grow. Does that sound good, Dawn? Think, sit,
Yeah,
grow?
it does.
Kind of.
I
It's
do.
like
I
you are a
do
plant.
that.
Yeah, sit, think, grow. Do it.
Our our plant. I am inside.
She's much sweeter than I
So,
am, but she's a plant, definitely.
oh, until I'm stubborn. So, what's coming next after that?
I think because this month is the spring equinox, and everyone knows that's when night and day have almost equal length all over the entire planet, I think that we need to come back to the inability to move will never result in positive change. So, what I'm saying is what I said a minute ago. Nothing positive is going to happen if we stay stuck where we are. This time, March, is the time for rebirth, sunrises, and fresh beginnings. Nothing is going to remain as it was because, as I said again, change is inevitable and everything is always changing. Growth is optional. The same way that there is dark, there's light. The same way that there's negative, there's positive. So it's going to be up to you this month to not get stuck in your stubbornness and let it take you somewhere that's not going to be beneficial to you. We all know that we have the power not to be so hard on ourselves and to really allow for real personal growth. But that's really hard to put into practice. And this month, we're going to have the chance to be more adaptive to changes. You're going to have to manage the change so that you can not only survive, but flourish in your life in whatever way that's manifesting. I know you guys are probably sitting there thinking, I know I'm thinking, I know exactly what situation I need to sit and think about for March. I know exactly what I need to prepare for. What about you, John?
Oh, I am right now. There's a lot going on. There's a lot going on in my life, you know that. And this yeah, this is stuff that I really need to think about.
Yeah, I think
Hmm.
for both of us, there's, and I think honestly, it's not just you or me or I think everyone, if they stop to look at it, there's a lot going on in our lives, you know? Um, Mercury is still in retrograde, and that always, always gives us the space to
Oh,
balance.
retrograde.
Yeah, retrograde. That's a fun word. A lot of people don't really understand what it means, and I'm gonna be honest here. Like, I don't really like getting into what retrograde means because it is just a technical term about how planets are moving. I don't think that that movement is necessarily what we should be focused on, just the effects of that movement. So
Perfect.
you think about something moving around, right? If it's if and we know the planets are round. So you think about a ball moving. Sometimes the ball moves to the left, sometimes it moves to the right. That's teeter-tottering. And I think this month we're going to be able to teeter-totter or sway either in a positive way or in a negative way. We're either going to slip up and make mistakes and misread communications, or we're going to take more time to process and see ideas and concepts completely through. It doesn't even matter what we think is going to actually happen. The key here is to try it anyway. Even if you think you know how a situation is going to turn out, you only have two options. Either you go ahead and confirm what you thought, so you've just proved yourself right, or something different happens. And the unexpected is always something that we should pay attention to.
Absolutely. I agree. I agree. It's there there's little messages in that always, every single time. If you
Yeah.
don't if you are and if you allow it to sway you from one side to the other and you're kind of a victim of what's happening, you generally in these times with people that I've talked to or in my own life, uh, you can kind of tell when a person is sort of a victim of what's happening. You can
Mhm.
see how they're unable to balance that.
I
So,
was gonna say it's one of those things where we can either feel a victim to the situation, or we can be the hero and take charge of our lives, because at the end of the day, every choice we make is ours. Every step we take is with our own will and our own feet, and no one else is going to be there for us the way we are there for ourselves. Because when we look in the mirror, that's who we see, that's who we are, that's our best friend, that's who we do everything for, is that person in that mirror. That's what everything should be about. So that's why I think this month is definitely a month that we should view as a small wake up call. And it's going to be an opportunity in all that you're caught up in, so that you can look at whatever patterns it is that you're experiencing, or that you're putting yourself through, or that you're choosing to engage in, that will help you get out of that place and kind of get a new start on things. This is also going to be the time where we want to, again, look inward and just try and figure out our own patterns and how those are affecting us and the people around us and the situations that we keep finding ourselves in. This is going to
mhm,
help us reach a level of conscious actions that are going to align with whatever your full purpose is. It's going to help you break those patterns. We can't break a pattern until we find out what a pattern is. And we all know that the definition of insanity is trying the same thing over and over again.
over.
Mhm.
I've
And
done that. I've done
yep,
that. I'm not gonna lie.
expect expecting different results, right? So
Absolutely.
so it seems silly to keep trying the same thing that you've been doing over and over when you know that that hasn't really been working for you. Um, what we fear is usually the thing we need the most, and we stop ourselves from doing that when we fail to recognize patterns, when we think we're above patterns, when we think we don't have any issues going on, or that my favorite, which is it's not my fault, right?
It's not
Both of us
at
hear that a
all.
lot, don't we? It's not my fault.
Not
I
at all.
couldn't, I didn't, I shouldn't, he, she, this, that. These are all telltale excuses that we place on other people so that we don't have to bear the responsibility of what's happening in our lives. But life is growth. And if we stop growing, then we're as good as dead inside, in my opinion. I think as soon as people decide to stop reaching higher and higher for more, and I don't mean material things, I don't mean money, I don't mean jobs, I don't mean wealth, I don't mean any of this stuff. I'm talking about an inner growth that we feel from within, something that brings us joy. I think when we stop reaching for those things and stop trying to find out what those things are, that we only hurt ourselves and no one else. So the question this month is really question everything and ask yourself, is this really what I want? So
Is it?
guys, we're going to answer that question. We have all month, guys. You've got 31 days to figure this out. Okay, 31 days. So stay connected with Dawn and I. We're on our website, mysoulrenity.com, which is how you found us today. Follow us on Instagram. We're always posting lovely quotes and shots of things that we really love. We are my.soulrenity there. We're on Twitter as mysoulrenity. Please subscribe, follow, like, and just generally stick around with us. We like having you guys around. Thanks.
We do. Bye, guys.
Count me in, baby.
All right. Ready? Three, two.
Hi, guys. Fuck. Playing.
Yeah. I hate that pressure. That pressure. Like,
God damn it.
guys.